Did you see the news on OBI today? Really interesting stuff. In fact,
pour some water on them.
Well, yeah, it's because they're getting hot. I can tell you, Doron is going to host an investor webinar shedding light on the recent announcements and developments, and that's going to be held on August 27th, 2026. I thought, the guy's busy. The guy has had like 6 exits from publicly traded companies. Well, he's had a number. I got a man crush on the guy, business-wise,
pretty
and
much.
personally. But the press release out today, I thought I'd steal him for one more, a quick one. But I may have to have him on again later in the week. So I just think, Doron, you need to be part of the show from now on a daily basis.
He gives us so much of his time.
You spend so much of your time. We need to have you in studio and just make you part of the cast.
We love you.
Make us the adult supervision and give us martial arts lessons.
He is the founder, CEO of Arbonne Incorporated, Doron Kempel, their ticker symbol, OBAI, back with us here on the Big Biz Show.
Great.
Thank you for having me.
I love this idea. And if you don't know the company, because we get new viewers and stuff like that. But Bond is an international company that handles personal security, and in such a unique way. And I'll let Doron explain that. But then right away, I want to talk about the investor webinar that is going to happen on August 27th at 11 a.m. Eastern time, 8 a.m. Pacific time. No other time matters. Because you still need to figure out the coast. But talk about a little bit about, for the people who don't know you yet, Doron, how do you just, if you were doing an elevator pitch of what Bond is, you're in between flights and someone asks you what you guys do, what would you say?
Let's assume that somebody we care about works for some company downtown Manhattan. She leaves the office at 6 p.m. She now has a 5-minute walk to her car, to the subway or home. As soon as she leaves the building, she feels unsafe because she's one of the 40% of Americans, 140 million Americans, who say they don't feel safe walking alone at night. But as she exits the building, it's too early for her to dial 911. 911 is for emergencies. She's not in emergencies. We have a peace of mind problem here. Now she's in the parking garage walking towards her car. She notices that the wrong person is approaching. When she notices him, how close is he to her? 2 cars away, 30 feet, closing time, 2 seconds. Nobody completes a 911 call in 2 seconds. What I just described is an inconvenient truth. Too early to dial 911. In most cases, it's going to be too late to complete a 911 call. What we do is we change the paradigm. Ukraine cannot fight Russia in the old paradigm of T-72s and MiG-29s. They switched to a new paradigm of using drones. Same thing here. Reactive security does not work. What's required is preventive security. What we do is we allow all of our members, that's what we call the end users, employees of the largest companies in the world, cities and universities, to basically download the Bond app on their phone, and through that to have access to 15 services that we make available. And through these services, mainly the 7 services that I'm presenting right now, they can get preventative security service.
And I think that real quickly, that preventative personal security is a category that you guys created. I think that's preventative is the key word here.
What's the situation?
Hey, I'm safe. I'm just introducing Bond to Sally. Say hi and I'll disconnect. Sally, here you go.
Hey, man. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Hello.
As you can see, this is not my uncle on the living room sofa or one of our security agents. I'm safe. I'm disconnecting. I disconnected. In other words, what I just did is I brought a pair of eyes and a witness on my phone. That is a deterrent. In the old paradigm, the only way to deter is to put a lot of expensive cameras around the city and have more officers. That doesn't work. It doesn't scale. We bring it in 5 seconds on the phone of the individuals. You ask a critical question, Sally, which is why we run a lot of these webinars. Most of the investors in public companies are used to companies that are very large at the time that they're public. And when one of those large companies say, hey, we just won a customer in sector X, it's meaningless. In the grand scheme of things, if you're a company that has $1 billion in revenue and you want a new deal with some city or with a real estate agency or with a bank, it's not that significant. But in the world of a young company that is creating a new market, that is incredibly meaningful, because when you get the first customer that's a bank, or the first customer that's a retailer, or a city, or a real estate agency, that now serves as a reference to the whole set of dominoes that are going to follow. So every time that we win one of those deals, or whenever we have news, I set these webinars in order to help people put everything in perspective. So creating a new market is very different than creating a new product categories. Think about products that we love and respect, like Tesla. This is a new product in an existing category of cars. We all don't need to change our behavior, which is driving cars. We just drive an electric car. What we're creating is a new market because people are not used to having personal security for them, for their loved ones, for their employees.
Doron Kempel is the founder, CEO, Arbonne Incorporated, ticker symbol OBAI. Equally as important, arbonne.com is the website.
Well, and you know what's interesting is the city market piece of your whole story here. Talk about that a little bit. It's huge.
Well, at the end of the day, we want everybody to have Bond on their phone. Now the question is, how do we get to all the humans who have smartphones? One way is to get to them through their employers. We've already validated that the largest companies in the world are already doing it on behalf of their employees. Now, which is a new reality in 2026, we have some cities that are starting to do that. Some of them buy the service on behalf of all cities the size of Boise, Idaho. Some of them buy it first on behalf of all the city workers. But that is a tremendous channel towards humans because other than the federal government, cities are the greatest channel towards their residents. So this is incredibly exciting and new. Do we know of any city that buys an app or a service via an app to their employees?
No.
I know of none.
Well, listen, and as a result of the study, if we're saving, if we can potentially save businesses in the private sector hundreds of dollars per employee in terms of productivity, imagine with I'm sure you know how efficient government is. Could you imagine how much we're going to save? The civic order of businesses
or politicians actually being able to say, hey, guess what? Because of our bond, we lowered the crime rate in our city.
Hey, by the way, we have to interrupt you for 1 second, Doron. Mary is contacted. She's not.
I know. I'm about to contact somebody. I got our bond on my phone. Here we go. But you know, I love it. And there's so many use cases that are coming to me. And actually, you mentioned Idaho, and I was watching a documentary on the Idaho murders recently, and it was occurring to me as I was watching that people can also not feel safe in their own home. If they're hearing things and they think someone's outside lurking at them or whatever it is.
Asking for a friend, by the way.
Yeah, because now I'm home alone. Oh, God.
Now that you are in a house alone.
Yeah. What was that?
And senior citizens, they live alone. My mother is 84. She has Bond on her phone. She gets 3 security checks per day. With Bond, you're never alone.
I'd like to take advantage of that. Doron knows the journey I'm going through with my 99-year-old father because we've talked about it off the air. I need to get that. See, that's and I know I go down a rabbit hole with you every time I talk to you, Doron. But if you really think about it, all of the different funnels of I guess affinity groups, right? You've got the senior groups. You've got the young groups.
College kids.
You've got the kids that are just going into college, and keep in mind, think about
Travelers. There are billions of people who travel internationally. If somebody's flying to Mexico tomorrow, enjoy yourself on your vacation. By the way, what's the 911 of Mexico? Is it a good idea to call them?
Right.
You speak English. How quickly do they respond? You don't have answers to all of these questions. Have Bond on your phone. We'll take care of you.
Wow.
I think what's really interesting, before I let you out here today, and thanks for swinging in here, and I can't guarantee I'm not going to ask you back again this week, because I probably will. Talk about the uniqueness of establishing not just a new category of service and product, but the uniqueness of the new market. I think, if we think in terms of that, and you put down every single revenue funnel that's available in every new market, boy, those numbers start getting pretty serious.
Yeah, so the opportunity is huge, right? To be the first mover in something so large and so basic. Basically, our feeling of security and safety is the second tier in Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So the prize is huge. But now we need to educate the market, educate individuals. That takes significant effort. But we're fortunate to do it through corporations and through cities because that reduces the cost of sales. That's the greatest opportunity here, and I'm very happy with everything that is happening.
Doron, thank you so much. I appreciate your time as usual. I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Thank you. Mary made my day by showing Bond on her
All right,
phone.
there you go.
Yay.
Like we say, she always walks in with an agent with her into the studio. Doron Kempel,
Well,
founder,
you know, the kids are out now. She's establishing new relationships.
I know.
founder CEO, Arbonne Incorporated, OBAI, ticker symbol arbonne.com, the website.